Hey, what's up? It's Jay, aka Crohn's boy. Just thought I would make a quick video in response pretty much to my last video that you see when I was in Hawaii. That was probably about 2 weeks ago. And when I had a flare, I was pretty sick. Not really sure what it was caused from. It could have been caused that I was trying some things, or it could have been probably most likely the fact that I overdid the fruits and the nuts, but probably like I was drinking lots of wine and lots of fruit, and I'm thinking that's probably why it was. But regardless, you can tell even when you watch that last video, it might look a little bit rough, but I don't think I still kept a positive attitude, and I think that's one of the important things to do when you're going through a rough time. But I thought at the same time, I thought like maybe you guys would like to see this, you know what I mean, even when you're on your way to getting healthy, there's like little setbacks, and like if you ever check out my site and you can see my sort of like my healing diary or my healing timeline, you can see that over the course of the time that I've been healing, I've had these like quarterly issues when I've had a little issue for like a week or 2 weeks and then it went away. But this last issue was pretty crazy because it just happened out of nowhere. It was a little bit different than a normal flare. And if you want like the specifics, you can go to my blog and it tells you all about the flare. But it was more or less like it wasn't as bad as a normal flare. It was just a lot of pain and a lot of cramping, and I could barely move. So it was definitely not a fun thing, but I endured it for about 10 days, I think 10 days off and on. I was trying different things, trying to stop this, trying to do this, until then I really realized that, okay, this sucks, number one, you know. I decided that I always read about, like, Jeannie Patel's, it's called a probiotic retention enema. So I thought, you know what, I have nothing to lose right now. I've been feeling like crap for like 10 days. I was like, you know, I'm going to give this probiotic retention enema a chance. I'm going to call it pre because it's easy for me to say that. So I got the enema bag, I got the stuff, and I put the probiotics in, which again you can check on my site, or you can check Jeannie Patel's site, or whatever works. But I put the probiotics in, and I decided I would try this probiotic retention enema, this pre-enema. I decided to give it a try. So when you first do it, I don't know, you have to clean yourself out a few times. I guess do two cleaning enemas, and then you actually do the real enema. And the point of this enema is rather just to keep in the probiotics, and you're going to try to do that for about 2 hours. So I did that, and I tried it for about 2 hours. And I was watching a movie, rolling back and forth like she talks about in her book. And I did that fine. I was able to retain all the water. No bad urgents or anything. I ended up getting up, and I was doing, like, I did it in the middle of the day instead of at the night, like I think she suggests in her book, but I did it. I ended up going out with my friends a little while later, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, I feel really tired. I've never felt that tired in a long time. But besides that, I felt okay. I still had crazy pains. I wasn't really noticing anything from the pre-enema. But I got home and I went to sleep, and I woke up probably about 3 in the morning, and I just had to go to the bathroom so bad. I rushed to the toilet like a madman on a mission. You know, barely made it there. I could tell you it was not fun. And then I was peeing out of my butt for, I don't know, like 6 times or 7 times. I was probably there for a solid 15 minutes just getting rid of everything in my system. And yeah, thinking that I was having like liquid stools, and then looking that was coming out, it was pretty much disgusting. You know, so that was not fun going through that. But I noticed, like, getting rid of all this stuff in my body, I noticed it definitely like took the bloating away and everything. So the pre-enema, I guess it definitely did make a difference. And the next morning I was able to get a pretty decent sleep. In the morning I noticed that my cramping was almost all gone. There's a little bit of tenderness still because I guess it was still existing because I was just flared up for 10 days. But within 2 days after that, I realized, you know what, I was pretty much back to like I was just back to feeling awesome again after that pre-enema. I know all my cramping was gone. My energy was starting to come back. I felt awesome. So I can tell anybody, you know what, like, I had some bad die-off. Obviously, like, when I did that pre-enema thing, I went into like they call it the Herxheimer effect or something like that, but it's like a pretty massive die-off. So I guess that's what made me like have to go to the bathroom and like get rid of everything in my system, and made me really tired for a day or two. But after that, I felt like completely awesome, and I can almost tell anybody, you know what, I remember when I was having flares when I first got Crohn's. You know, if you could go back and you can control, like if you could put your Crohn's, like just start at pretty much a level playing field, and I think if somebody did this pre-enema, it would put them good, because like I said, I went from flaring to feeling awesome within 2 days. You know what I mean? So if that can work for somebody like that was like in a bad pain and I was, like, you know what I mean, I have a pretty crazy pain threshold, so if that could help my pain, I'm sure it could help a lot of people. But even just, it really made me realize how important the bacteria aspect is of this whole disease. But anyways, I'm not going to bore you with all the science stuff. All I can tell you is, you know what, if you're thinking about doing like SCD diet, or you're looking at my site and thinking about doing other things, I can definitely tell you should probably consider doing the pre-enema. And I know some of the things might not be SCD legal, and I guess everybody has their own beliefs on that, but I think the diet alone is awesome, but I don't think it's a natural, like an all cure, a cure-all. I think pretty much what you have to do is incorporate some other things to totally get the best results that come from SCD or a diet, along with taking some things like that. But if you check out my site, you'll see my beliefs. But I'm a complete advocate on SCD, but I think there's some other things that will definitely help you out. Just like if I wouldn't have done that enema, that pre-enema, I don't know where I would have been, because like I said, I went through 10 days of like just nothing, and I was doing everything I could think of. But I did that, and 2 days later I was like, "Rah!" Back to being awesome again. Anyways, as usual, I seem to like blab for a long time, so I won't take too long. But if you watch my last video, you can definitely I can definitely see that I'm doing better, and I got a smile on my face, even though I did have a smile on my face in Hawaii. But I really realized how much I love things, like, you know what I mean. I couldn't eat for a few days, and even like I love peanut butter, so now I can eat peanut butter. So being able to like eat some peanut butter and eat some other stuff that I couldn't eat for those 10 days or 12 days, I realized like how great it was. Or even be able to sleep on my side again. I couldn't sleep on my side for like 10 days because it hurt so bad. You guys all know that if you sleep on your left side or right side. So having to sleep on my back for a week or 2 weeks was just boring and bad. But it could have always been a lot worse, and I guess that's what I kept on running through my head. But I'm doing awesome now, so I just want everybody to realize, you know what I mean, even the best of us, we still have the odd setback. I guess it's just what approach we take, and obviously through that 10-day period I was doing everything I could, but you know what, finally I tried something outside of my box, and look what happened, you know, boom, I was back to being almost symptom free within 2 days. And I'm not trying to sell anybody's product, I'm just telling you what I did, you know what I mean. And that I didn't cost a lot of money. I got some stuff from from the natural health food store, the probiotics, that you can see again on my IBD improvement document, or you can just check out my website or drop me a line if you're curious about anything. But just want to say goodbye, and anybody that's watching this video, you know what, you're not stuck with it. I don't think you're stuck with any IBD. I think you can overcome almost any disease, but I think that's my personal belief. You just gotta find somebody that's done it and do what they've done. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. I think that like the Martian ships are coming to get me here, you know. They just had enough of me. I was trying to show you guys something cool, but it's not working.